Good, it's still morning, right? Good morning by a few minutes here. Welcome into Pickup Lines, the 100th episode. Thank you very much. And there's applause. Yeah. Rain, sleet, snow, or hail, we will continue. I'm a little drenched right now, but we're going to make it happen. This is Pickup Lines today, presented by Gamez Law Firm. Our 100th episode, we wanted to do something bigger, grander, on a larger scale. I even brought the boxing gloves that your daughter Natalie gave me once upon a time, because Gamez Law fights. And it's so great to have Carmen Gamez here in the chair with me, even though the chair's wet.
Oh, thank you for having me, Ernie. I'm so proud of you and what you've accomplished with these podcasts, including all the community. It's been amazing.
Well, I couldn't do it without you guys. And so, by the way, we should mention this is not the Lexus that I'm normally in, because since this is the 100th episode, we wanted to do something larger. So by the time we're done, there's two of us. There's going to be 6 more people in this Sprinter van by the time we're done. But I wanted to start with Carmen here to set up what's happening, because this is very special. We should mention we're just outside your law firm right now, here right off of 410, and it is raining buckets, but we're gonna move on anyway. You're doing something really special. We've just finished inside with some amazing students, and I wanted you to explain what you guys, what your husband and what the firm is doing for these local students.
Well, Joe has education, and the students are the future. It's always been something very special to his heart. His father died when he was 3 years old. Mm-hmm. Mom took him to the library since he was a young man. And so one of the things he's been doing for years and years is doing scholarships.
Yeah.
At a smaller level until, thanks to God, we were able to do more. So he does, right now, I believe it's 18 scholarships for Lanier High School students.
Because he went to Lanier, and this is
Because he went to Lanier, his alumni. And then we branched out to private education.
Right.
And it just kind of started with a story. A family member became a single parent after a divorce. Dad wasn't around. And she had a dream for her boys to go to TMI.
Yeah.
And the financial issue comes into play, of course.
Right.
And so Joe said, we're going to help them.
Yeah.
To get through that dream to come true. And so we started with them, and then we added on a young man who his father is a disabled veteran.
Wow.
Got injured in Afghanistan, and he was a Central grad.
Central Catholic,
Central Catholic grad, and he had a dream for his son to go to Central Catholic.
Yeah.
And so we branched out to him. And then we have a single mom who, she really was struggling. In fact, they were literally, she was using her income tax return every year to get her boys through Holy Cross. But that put a real financial strain on her.
Right.
So we decided to give her 2 sons a scholarship.
Yeah.
And so it went on and on. Right now, I believe we're at 9. We do have a young man going to college at UTSA that we recently, a year ago, added him on. And he'll be a junior. So we start with these students and help them until they graduate. It's not just for 1 year.
Not a one-time thing,
no.
Which is unbelievable. So we're fortunate enough, because we've just spent some time with, there's 6 of the students that are here. You might see one of them just beyond the window here. So what we're going to do is we're going to usher them in one at a time, speak to them briefly, and then they'll all accumulate in the back of the Sprinter van here, and at the very end we have something nice for them.
Yes.
Which they don't know about. So I'm going to ask Miss Carmen to step over here. Thank you again for everything.
Yes.
All right, and let's begin here. Let's begin. We're going to bring in the first. It's raining buckets over here, so we're improvising. But let's bring in our first student here. And so this is a young man. This is now. You're a Anam?
Yes, sir.
Anam Martinez, and as your jacket would indicate here, you were a soccer player at TMI. You are going to be a senior this year. So first of all, congratulations on that. When you heard you were getting the scholarship and the Gamez Law Firm was doing this for you, what did you think about this?
I thought it was a great opportunity, especially to excel in my education, and it gave me an opportunity to continue my education and to go outside of my school and to do things for my community like volunteering and soccer.
did you say that your family has a consulting firm, or years from now you would like to take over or continue the family business?
Yes, I would love for after college to get my license, my attorney's license, pass the bar, pass the LSAT, and hopefully be a consultant or be an attorney and work for Gamez Law.
Well, interesting enough, Mrs. Gamez is right here. Well, listen, I'm thrilled that you're here. What did you think when you heard that this was happening to you? And your brother's here as well. He's going to come in just a minute. When you heard that this was happening, what did you think?
I thought it was an awesome opportunity, and I'm so grateful and appreciative of the opportunity that Gamez Law offered to me and my brother. And I'm super thankful that I got to continue my education at a great school with this scholarship.
Shout out to TMI. All right, you can go back there and talk
Thank
law
you.
now with Mrs. Gamez, and we'll bring your brother in here. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. That's Anam Martinez. Let's bring in, this is Alejandro Martinez is next. Alejandro is here, younger brother of Anam. I know we're a little rain-soaked here, but a little rain never stopped anybody right here. So
Yes, sir.
you're going to be a freshman at TMI. You two are a soccer player as well, right?
Yes, sir.
He's a soccer player now. You said 10 years from now you want to continue playing soccer on a larger scale, right?
Yes, sir.
Where would you want to be playing? Where are we going to say you play?
I want to play in Spain, like for La Liga, Real
Like
Madrid.
Real Madrid,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Like it would be like Messi, Ronaldo, Alejandro, that kind of thing, right? Like
Yeah.
if you're known by one name, that would be a really big deal. When you found out that the Gamez Law Firm was doing this for you and your brother too, I mean, both of you are getting this help. You remember that day and what happened when you heard the news that you were going to get this help?
I just remember being like really happy and excited that I get to go to this school because it's a really great school, and I'm just happy that they helped pay for the tuition.
Right. So you're going to be a freshman, right?
Yes, sir.
It's next month already, right? It's going to start up here pretty soon. What are your thoughts now, having finished middle school and getting ready for high school?
Middle school is fun, but I've been wanting to go to high school I'm just really excited for high school.
Yeah, very good. All right, I'll let you go back there and join your brother. Thank you very much, Alejandro Martinez. Okay, let's bring in, now we have another set of brothers here. By the way, this is Pickup Lines, the 100th episode, special edition, live from in front of the Gamez Law Firm with Mrs. Carmen Gamez behind us here. So this is Jaden Palafox, right? The first of two Palafox brothers. You're not even in high school yet. You're about to be an 8th grader, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you're at Holy Cross. You got the school gear on here today. You like math and science. When you heard this was happening to you and your brother, you were going to get this assistance and be able to attend Holy Cross. Do you remember that day and how you were feeling, what that made you feel?
It made me feel really excited and happy for this opportunity.
Yeah. What do you know about Holy Cross? I guess you've already been there, right? Because Holy Cross starts at 5th grade. It's not like...
No, it starts in
Or
6th.
6th grade, I said, right. But not like other high schools that starts at 9th grade. You've already been there for a couple of years. So what are you looking forward to this coming school year the most?
My friends and I guess the teachers and
The drum line.
the drum
I was
line,
gonna say.
the sports.
Yeah. Because it starts up pretty soon. You'll see him on the drum line here pretty soon doing his thing. So just wanted to congratulate you and thank you for being here today. Despite the conditions, congratulations and all the best to you moving forward, all right?
Thank you.
Okay. We'll have you step aside. We're going to bring in your brother, your older brother. So Jaden is going into the 8th grade. Here comes Arlie Palafox, who is a senior now. So you've been through Holy Cross a little bit longer than your brother. He's sitting right back there. He's getting ready to start 8th grade. What advice would you give him in terms of moving into the 8th grade now?
Pretty much just say focus on your work, keep up your grades, and make the best of it because it's your last year.
Are you feeling a little bittersweet at all about this being your final year in high school?
A little bit. I mean, kind of happy that I finally get to leave,
Yeah.
but I'm also not really happy.
No, you still got a long way to go. But so you eventually, if all things work out, you would be Dr. Palafox, right?
Yeah.
You want to be an optometrist.
Yes.
And what has happened to you with the Gamez Law Firm and everything, I would imagine is going to go a long way to helping you eventually get to that. When you heard that you were getting and your brother were getting this financial aid and this help from the law firm, do you remember that day and what you were thinking?
I do remember the day. I remember once I heard, my mind kind of just It was just like so exciting, and me and my brother were both very grateful to hear the news. And yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, big plans for you. You're a multi-sport star as well, right? You're gonna play football and soccer and track and drive the team bus and do all that kind of stuff. You do a lot of things. Well, that's exciting. That's exciting. I'm happy for you. Good luck to you this year.
Thank you.
Congratulations to the class of 2025. Let me be the first. I'll let you join your fellow students and your brother back there with Mrs. Gamez, and you can thank her personally for everything.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring on. So again, these are all students that have been given scholarships by the Gamez Law Firm. Mrs. Carmen Gamez is right here behind us. And next up, wearing the unmistakable Antonian red, the home of the Apaches, Gilbert Sanchez Navarrete, who is going to be in the 11th grade. And I'm guessing you play football.
Oh, yes, sir.
What position do you play?
Right guard on offense and nose guard on defense.
I would not want to line up, with all respectfully, I would not want to line up across the line, the line from you here. And football season is almost here. You excited about that?
Yes, sir.
The Apache's going to have a good team this year?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all right, we're calling it here. What do you remember about that day when you got the call, or maybe it was one of your parents got the call that Gamez was doing this for you? Do you remember what you were feeling when you heard that news?
I just remember I was at Disney Springs with my family, and we were eating at a restaurant there. My dad went to go get the food, and he just comes back with like this smile on. He's not telling me anything. He's just looking at me, and that's when he says, "Oh, I just got a call. Gamez Law Firm wants to pay for the fall semester of your sophomore year." And so we went to the Coca-Cola store and we filmed a video for them, like a thank you video. It was just so surreal. I'm very excited, very surprised.
Super emotional too. And you talked about, you've got big plans. You have a passion for ranching and maybe like the hospitality. You talked about farm to table stuff, that maybe one day you're going to open up your own restaurant. That's some pretty big goals.
Sir,
Yeah.
stuff I've been wanting to do for a while.
Yeah, and I would imagine your family's really proud, and now you just have to, you have to deliver and live up to everything.
Yes.
Are you looking forward to that in this new school year?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, thank you for being here with us today and braving the elements and everything. Congratulations to you, and all the best to you and the Apaches this year.
Thank you.
All righty, sir. All right, right this way. One more. 5 down, 1 more to go. And last but not least, from the home of the button, Central Catholic High School, Francisco Guerra Jr.
That's me, one and only.
I noticed that, and I noticed your hair, because in a few days or weeks from now, that hair will more than likely disappear, right?
Probably.
Because
like Central Catholic has a real strict code on how you dress and what you wear and how you wear your hair.
How you wear your hair. You're gonna play football and everything, and so. What position? I mean, yes, you definitely look like you are a football player. What position will you play?
I play defensive end.
Defensive end. Okay,
Yep.
very good. And any early thoughts on the buttons this year on the field?
Oh, we're gonna smoke everybody. So Antonian, TMI.
Well, you know Gilbert's right here, right?
TMI.
No, we'll see. We'll see, buddy.
Wait a minute.
What the all-time record's like? What is it? 45-7 or something like that?
Oh my goodness! What have I started, Mrs. Gamez? What have I started?
So, yeah, we'll see about that.
Okay, well, more football talk later. You're obviously getting this help to be able to play football, further your education, be able to attend Central Catholic. Do you remember that day when you or your family got the news that this was happening to you?
Yeah, I remember my grandmother was telling me, and she kind of like tearing up. And like at first I didn't understand until like later I was like, dang, like I really got a scholarship to come and play, or not to come and play, but to come and then like I can play, and it's like a lot off the plate, like especially for me and my father. So
it really is remarkable when you just that emotional, that burden is lifted, because for so many people, and you could fill 100 more Sprinter vans with kids like you that their parents are trying their best, or it's a single parent family or whatever, but for whatever reason life happens, and then the Gamezes come in and make it all better. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Well, so Mrs. Gamez is actually sitting right here behind you. You could look in the camera and say something to the Gamez family and to her. What would you want her to say? What would you want her to hear?
I want to hear that like I love and appreciate every single one of y'all, and it's truly a blessing. Y'all have definitely changed my life.
I love it. I love it. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I promised you we were going to fill this van, and all the way in the back we've got the 6 students here. We've got Anam, Alejandro, Jaden, Arlie, Gilbert, Francisco, and 1 or 2 that couldn't be here today. And of course, Mrs. Carmen Gamez. Thank you, by the way, for being here again and for what you're doing.
Thank you for having me.
And we have one last thing. to do for you guys as you get ready to do TMI, Holy Cross, Antonian Central Catholic, and the like. On behalf of the Gamez Law Firm, we have here something for you. Let me ask you this: have you begun shopping for school clothing and back-to-school supplies and stuff like that? You have not started?
No.
Are you looking forward to that?
I've been trying to put it off because it's like, no, I don't want to go back to school. I love Central, but yeah, it is something I'm looking forward to.
Well, I just so happen to have something here that's going to make it a little bit more pleasant for you. The Gamez Law Firm would like to present all of you, even all of you in the back, with a $500 check for every single one of you towards the purchase of school supplies.
For real?
It's right here. She's right here. I know you can't see everybody in the back.
Or tennis shoes.
Or tennis shoes, or pencils, or you know,
whatever.
whatever you need to continue your success. We have checks here for all of you, and we'll pass them out in due time to your parents. But one last little token of appreciation for what you guys are doing. There's one in here for all of you, and we congratulate you on everything that you've done, and we wish you all the best moving forward.
I appreciate that greatly.
Yeah.
Immensely.
It's a lot. I know they're all saying thank you and everything. It just, gives me all the feels and everything to be able to do this. Thank you again to you, Mrs. Carmen Gamez, and to Mr. Joe Gamez, the entire Gamez Law Firm. We have more to talk about here coming up, but we wanted it to be big for the 100th episode of Pickup Lines. He's doing the go buttons and everything. But I certainly couldn't do this without the Gamez Law Firm. And you see, this is just a small taste of what they do other than practicing law. They've got that down. But they're helping out young people here. So one more time. Anam Martinez, Alejandro Martinez, Jaden Palafox, Arlie Palafox, Gilbert Sanchez Navarrete, Francisco Guerra. Best of luck to all of you. Have a great school year. And we'll see you in a few years when you guys are, running the world, all right? Congratulations to you guys. All right, there you have it. The 100th episode of Pickup Lines presented by Gamez Law Firm at the Gamez Law Firm here.
Law fights.
Gamez, wait a minute. Gamez Law Fights. We'll be back again very soon. Have a great day. God bless. Take care.